Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing my everyday makeup drawer for July. I can't believe we are already in July, but we are, and it's time for a new everyday makeup drawer. If you're new to these videos, I take you with me through my makeup collection to pick out a bunch of new products to put in my everyday makeup drawer for the month. And then at the end, we use the products and do our makeup together. So that's what we're going to be doing today. If you are new here, my name is Blair. I do all kinds of beauty content here on YouTube. I'd love for you to subscribe if you have not already. And let's just get started. As always, I'll start by going over last month's drawer. Then we'll put everything away, pick out some new makeup, and do our makeup together. Okay, so here's last month's everyday makeup drawer. I wanted to quickly go through the things that I used this month that I love, like really loved. I like to do this before I put the products away in these videos. So the first thing definitely this Lip Beige Healthy Glow foundation from Chanel. I absolutely love this foundation. It is so thin, lightweight, slightly glowy, but not too glowy. It's long wearing. This was a definite standout for me this month, as well as this powder back here. This is the Sigma Soft Blur Loose Setting Powder. I have the shade Vanilla Bean, but I think they have like maybe 4 or 5 shades of this. This is a fantastic setting powder, and I feel like no one talks about it. It is so good. It's not heavy looking. It does set the makeup, mattifies the skin, but it doesn't give you that thick powdered look, which I absolutely hate. I even like this under my eyes. So this is 10 out of 10 for me, but nobody talks about it. And oh, what else? This is another standout product. This is not new at all, but I pulled it out again this month and I forgot how good this is. This is Neutrogena Healthy Skin Bronzer. Yeah, this is such a good product. This, as you can see, there's 4 different tones in here. So when you kind of dip your brush in all 4, you get a really true natural looking bronze tone. It's not orange at all. It has like a reddish undertone that's just, it looks very realistic on the skin, and it's kind of just a nice satiny finish. So good. Only comes in 1 shade, unfortunately, but I forgot how great that product is. And then, of course, another standout has to be these, the Mario Bronzing and Shaping Serums. Not exaggerating when I tell you I've used these every single day, one or the other, either light or light medium, depending on the day. And those are kind of the standout products for me this time. So as always, we're going to take all of these things and put them away over here in my makeup collection, and then we'll pick out some new products. Okay, let's pick out some new products. We'll start in the center here with primer. Honestly thinking about putting this in because I need to utilize this more, the LA Girl Foundation Mixing Pigment in blue, because I have so many foundations, or not so many, but I have several that I really need a blue corrector because they just pull so orange. Anyway, it's a struggle to find a true neutral undertone sometimes. So I think I might put that in just to have it out. And then, oh, I'll put this in because this is new to me, the NARS Light Reflecting Hydrating Primer. I just got this a week or two ago and I want to keep using it some more. So we'll also throw that in. I was gonna say I'm gonna put in the Lumi lotion, but I think I might put this in instead, the Dior Forever Glow Star Filter. Very similar to all of these primers right here, really. So the Flawless Filter, the Say, the Valentino, the Elf, and this one I'd like to use some more. So I think we'll put that in too. Honestly, kind of feel like I need to put in some type of mattifying primer too because it is so hot. Actually, I might stick this in. My Tarte Pore Smoothing Primer. I don't use this all the time, but it really is beneficial, especially when it's hot out and you have an oilier T-zone in particular. So I think I will also put that in, and that should be everything for primer. Now, for foundations, skin tints, I think I'm gonna put in this Jane Iredale Hydro Pure Tinted Serum. I love this type of product when it's hot outside. I like a really thin, lightweight base, and that is exactly what this is. Very similar to the Chanel. I kind of want to put the Chanel in. I've been using the Chanel one a lot in the last few weeks because it's brand new to me. This one is not new. I've had this for a while, but it's a similar product and I really do like it. So I think we'll go with Jane Iredale this time. Oh, I'm going to put this in actually. I've not used this in forever. Maybelline BB Fresh. I saw someone using this the other day and it reminded me that I have not used mine in a while. So I think we will stick that in also. Maybe we'll do the Westman Stick Foundation. This is also brand new to me because I want to use that some more and really figure out how I feel about it because that's very, very new to me. So let's do that. I usually just stick with 3 complexion products, but I kind of want to put in something else. I kind of want to put this in also, the NARS Tinted Moisturizer. I'm just not super into foundations right now. I really like lighter weight bases, or I just skip foundation altogether and do concealer instead. So that's why I'm not really going for like true foundations right now. So maybe we will do that from NARS, and that should be good for skin tints foundations. All right, for color corrector, I think I might do this Neutrogena color correcting concealer in peach. I have had this a long time, but I actually love it. I might also put this in since this is also super lightweight, the Rare Beauty, and then I'm gonna do this one too because I also love this for this time of year, especially the Sigma Color Correcting Duo. So we'll go with those for color corrector. And then last for concealers, which are over here. I'm definitely going to do this. This is something I just brought back into my collection, the Hourglass Concealer in the shade Cedar. It's one of my favorites and I love this particular shade for me. So I'm going to go with that. It's a good all over concealer also. And then let's see, I think I will also put this in because I've used this a few times and I don't think I like it, the L'Oreal True Match Concealer, but I kind of want to use it just a little bit more to make sure, but the times I've used it, I just haven't been a huge fan of it. I might stick this in actually, the Tom Ford Concealer in Ecru 1W2 or 1W0. This is the Traceless Matte Concealer. It's a really nice concealer actually. So I might put that in. And usually I just try to stick with 3, but I don't know. I kind of want to put in 1 more. Let's do these from Milk. These are the All Over Concealer in 4N and 6C. They sent these to me a little while ago and if I remember correctly, I do really like this all over my face. So I think I will stick those in as well. And that should actually be everything for this drawer. Okay, moving into powders, which are back here. I think this should be pretty quick because I know which ones I'm gonna put in, I think. We're gonna do Natasha Denona. This is the Hy-Glam powder foundation. I want to use this more. I don't feel super confident about my feelings on this one, so I want to use that some more. I'm also going to put this in because I have fallen in love with this loose setting powder from Makeup Forever. This is the HD Skin Powder in Corrective Rose. This has been my go-to loose powder for my T-zone for the last, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. I absolutely love this and I want to keep using it. So we're going to put that in as well. And then I might stick this in too. This is the Fenty Invisimatte powder. This is kind of more of a touch-up powder for me. I don't really use this to set my face. It's kind of just at the end. Sometimes I'll go over my T-zone again with something like this. Or if it's middle of the day and I'm trying to like refresh my makeup a little bit, I'll use something like this. So I think we'll do that. For highlight, I think I'm gonna put the new Patrick Ta highlighter in the shade Daddy, which is the like rose gold one. I did a video on these that you may or may not have seen, and I personally really enjoy these. I'm gonna use this one. I do have the shade Baby as well, which is the light pink one, but I think I'm gonna go for this one this month. Then over here we have bronzers and face palettes. I've tried so many new bronzers lately. I'm kind of overwhelmed by all the ones that I've tried. Okay, first thing I am gonna put in is this one. This is Milani Cheek Kiss in the shade Hey Honey. This is not brand new, but I just got it in like the last month. So I want to use this some more. I've used it a few times and I really like it so far. I want to put that in this time. And then, okay, another thing I am going to put in, because I think I have turned a corner with my Gucci bronzer. I mentioned in one of my more recent videos where I was using makeup that I haven't used lately. I mentioned in that video, I pulled this out because I don't use it very much. Well, ever since that video, I don't know what happened, but now I want to use this and I've been coming over here and getting it out to use it. So this is, I've had this for a long time. It's not a new product to me, but I don't know. This is not one that I reach for very much. All right. And then I think I might also put in my Chanel Le Beige Sun-Kissed little compact here with the bronzer, the blush, and the highlighter. This is the medium one, the medium coral. And I do really like this. I want to use it some more. It's perfect for this time of year especially. So I'll put that in as well. I think that's good. So that's it for here. Everyone's favorite, including me. Let's pick blush. Let's see. I have so many new blushes as well that I'm trying to figure out what I want to use, because I also want to use older things. I always struggle with that sometimes with these videos, is I want to use older things, but I also really want to keep testing out the newer things that I have, so it's kind of difficult to find a balance sometimes. I do know I'm going to put these in because these are so good. These are the new Persona blushes in Georgia and Carmel. So these were two of the shades from their permanent powder blush line, and they came out with the creams, and I love this cream blush formula. But these two shades, especially Carmel, this shade is just everything that I love in a blush. So these two I know I want to get out. I'm also still loving these House Labs ones, but these I have used almost daily for the last month. So I've been reaching over here and pulling them out almost every day. So I'm not going to put those in this time. Let's see what else is new? Okay, I might put these in. So these are, I'm sure you know what they are, but these are the Milk cheek stains. I don't even remember what they're called. I just got these like 4 days ago in PR randomly. I don't really know. They just kind of showed up. I didn't know they were coming. They just kind of showed up. So I have used this yesterday. I used this color, which is Chili. And I gotta say, the way that I used it, I anticipated not loving this, but the way that I applied it, I really liked. And I don't know, I was kind of into it when I tried it. So I want to get these out and use them more. I also have this one, which is Splash. I have not tried this color yet. But these for this time of year, because they're a stain, are kind of ideal. So I'm going to put those in as well, I think. And then let's choose a powder, maybe 2 powders. I might do this one from Gucci. This is Rosy Beige, such a pretty color. It's kind of it's a bronze basically, but it has like a pink undertone, but it's really pretty. I'm kind of feeling that one. I want to bring these out too because I just love them. The Kosas blushes. I have Dreamland, which is the more bronzy one, which I love. But I also have Euphoria, which is this one. And I have Blissed as well. Honestly, I love all 3 of these colors. I know I'm going to pull out Dreamland, I think. Maybe we'll pull out Blissed, which is the like peachy one. Yeah, the peachy pink, I mean. One more thing, actually, I'm going to put in, because I'm going to keep trying this, but I'm struggling with this product. This Maybelline Sun Kisser blush. The times I've tried this have not been great. I don't think they don't give much of anything except a lot of shimmer, and they're not very easy to apply from what I've seen when I use them. So I don't know. I kind of want to try it again, but I'm thinking maybe those just aren't for me, but we'll put it in anyway. So that's it for here. Let's move into this drawer. So these are brows, single shadows, eyeliners, and some skincare stuff that's over here. Oh, and mascara. I do think I'm actually going to pull this out. This is Kosas Dream Beam, the SPF, I think. I'm going to pull this out and maybe use this for a bit instead of this one. This is In Beauty Project Mineral Sun Glow. I love this. I prefer this one of the Kosas, but I'd like to use the Kosas one up because it's a little bit on the older side. So I think I'm going to put that one away and try to use up the Kosas this time. Let's choose an eye primer. I'm putting these back in because these are just my favorite. The Sigma eyeshadow base primers or cream shadow sticks. I love them. I have 2. I have Ignite and Persuade. I love both, so I'm going to put those in this time. And let's see, for brows, we'll do this, the e.l.f. Laminating Brow Gel. This is new to me, but I want to keep using it and test it out a bit more. And then I'm also going to put this in. This is Build-A-Brow from Maybelline. This is also relatively new to me, and I actually haven't used the gel side. I've only used the pen side, so I want to use this some more, or I want to try it and see how I feel about it. So we're going to do that. I'm going to put ABH brow powder in because I always do. For mascara, we're going to do Lash and Roll from e.l.f. in brown and Merit. I always forget the name of this. Merit Clean Lash. And that's it for mascaras. Now for the eyes, I do want to choose a few single shadows. I think I'm going to put this one in. This is MAC All That Glitters. This is just one of those single shadows I just love. I kind of wish I had gotten it in one of the Pro pans so I could put it in a palette, but I don't have that. I only have this little single guy here, so I think I will put that in. For eyeliner, I'm gonna do these two from Sephora collection. These are the 12-hour contour eyeliners. I have Fair Game and Tiramisu. Fair Game is kind of like a khaki brownish shade. It's more metallic, and then this Tiramisu color is just a matte brown. But I do like those from Sephora. I'm gonna put that in. And let's see, I'm also gonna stick all three of these in because I never tried these. I got these in PR a long time ago and they just kind of fell through the cracks. I never tried them. So I want to use these Persona eye paints. I have all three colors. So I'm going to stick those in as well. I think I might also put this in. Remember this? This used to be one of my favorites. The Rim Beauty, I forget what the name of it is. Midnight Matte eyeshadow maybe. And later, it's very similar to the Danessa Myricks eyeshadow that I like, the Color Fix in Nude Number 3. This is kind of similar to that, but I haven't used this one lately. So I think I will do that also. I think I might also put in this shadow stick from Bobbi Brown in Taupe. It's a really nice kind of medium tone brown. And let's see, I kind of also want to put this in. I pulled this out the other day and forgot how pretty this is. The Scattered Light pigments or eyeshadows from Hourglass. This one's in Reflect. I think I'll pull that out as well. And that is everything for here. Okay, I'm kind of torn on an eyeshadow palette because I just have not been using palettes. Unless I'm filming like a specific video or something, I have just been very into either single shadows or no eyeshadow on a daily basis, or just bronzer or something like that. I feel like I do want to put something in here. Maybe we'll do one of these. Actually, I know what I want to do. Let's put in Tom Ford Smoky, is it Smoky? Rose Topaz. This palette is very versatile. You can do kind of a more glam look with this, or you can use like just this one shade for a one and done. Tap a little bit of that shade over the top. You could use this as liner. This is a gorgeous palette and it deserves some more time on my channel. So we'll do that, and that's all I'm gonna put in for eyeshadow. All right, for lips. Let's do this. Natasha Denona Golden Gloss. This is the new one that came out with the golden palette. This is just a really pretty gloss. It's nothing special, honestly, but it is nice. And I do like the gold shimmer in it. So we'll put that in. I'm gonna also do this Chanel gloss in 722. It's just a really nice kind of a mauvey nude. I always like to choose a ton of glosses because I am definitely a gloss girl. I kind of want to put this in. This is the Merit lipstick, the signature lip in L'Avenue. I'm not sure if I'm probably not saying that right, but it's a darker color that I don't normally go for, but I do like it in this formula. So I think I will stick that in. Maybe also this Merit lip oil in Les Deux. I haven't used that in a while. We're gonna do 2 of the Summer Fridays lip butter balms, iced coffee and mint. This one doesn't have color. This one has like a little bit of a brown tint to it. I'm gonna put those in as well. I'm gonna do this Patrick Ta gloss in Say Less. It's just a really light milky pink, but I like it especially with like a darker lip liner. For like an actual lipstick, I guess we'll do this. This is Patrick Ta in the shade Flushed. It's kind of like a medium toned rose, I would say. I don't use lipstick a ton on a daily basis, but we will just stick that in just to have it. I think I might put these glosses in from City Beauty. These are the City Lips. I do really like these. In South Peach and Coral Sunrise. I think these are really good colors for right now. So I'm gonna stick those in as well. And I think that's it other than lip liners, which you know it's very difficult for me to choose lip liners. But I'm gonna put in all 3 of my Maybelline lifter liners. These are new to me, and these, I've talked about them a few times, but these are fantastic lip liners. If you need a new one, get one of these from Maybelline. They are waterproof, they're creamy, but not too creamy. They're great. I'm also gonna do Kosas Hot Liner in Indefinite. I love that one too. See, I think I'm gonna put in my little sad iconic nude. I got this out to use this the other day and it still works. It's getting a little bit dry, I think, but this is such a great color for a lip liner. It goes with everything. So we'll do that. And I always put a Mario liner in, so I'm gonna do this one, which is Almond. Or actually, I have 2 of these, so we'll do both. These are the e.l.f. lip liners that are $2. They're really good as well. And let's see, what colors do I have? A Baddest Beige and Mauve Aside. So we'll put those in too. And I think that is everything. So we'll go ahead and put everything back in the drawer. Finally, I got everything put back in here. This one was really a challenge. Nothing was fitting in these little compartments. It was driving me nuts. So I think this is the best I'm gonna be able to do. But all my blushes, or most of them, fit right here. Concealer. These 2 skincare things would not fit over there, so I just had to put them over here. Powders are right here. The tinted moisturizers. Face palette, highlighter, eye palette, more concealer, blush, Westman foundation stick, primers, a few eye products, and a corrector right there, lips and brows in there, pretty much all my eye things in there, lips, and then bronzers fit right here. So that was kind of the best I could do this time with how the products are. Some of the things, since this drawer is kind of deep, sometimes I can stand them up, but then sometimes they're too tall. Like all 3 of these were too tall, so I had to lay them down. Anyways, so as always, we're gonna use these products and do our makeup together. Okay, let's get into the makeup. I am gonna apply a little bit of eye cream before we start, because it's been a few hours since I did my skincare, and so I'm just using this one. I'm trying to use this up. This is the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. All right, moving into SPF, we're gonna use this one from Kosas. This is the Dream Beam. It's not my favorite, if I'm being honest. I don't know, I don't really know why. I definitely prefer the In Beauty Project, and they are similar, like they give a similar amount of tint to your skin. This one, I have noticed, randomly will feel a little bit gritty for some reason, and I don't know where that's coming from, because this hasn't gone bad, so it's still good, but sometimes when I'm blending it in, it does feel a little bit like gritty, like almost like little granules of something. I don't know. but like I feel it right now when I'm applying this. I don't mind it, like once I apply it, it looks fine on my skin. It's pretty glowy. But I don't know, something about applying it and just the overall texture of it is not my favorite, but I want to use it up before it goes bad. Okay, actually, now that I look at that SPF on my skin, it's definitely glowier than the In Beauty Project one. So that's another reason. It's just, I don't know, it's not my favorite, but I want to use it up, so we're using it. I was going to use this, but now seeing that SPF on my skin, this is going to be too glowy, I think, so we're going to skip that. Never mind. Let's move into color corrector. I think we are going to skip like a foundation today and go in with a concealer, but before I do that, I'm going to use this. This is by Neutrogena, and it's a really nice, affordable color corrector. This is the shade Peach. There's also a deeper one that's called Apricot maybe, but it's a lot darker than that one. And I am gonna blend that in with the Refer 35 brush. I like this brush for the under eyes, but especially for corrector because it's more dense. So it's not super fluffy, so it really will keep the corrector where I placed it and I won't lose a lot of the pigment or the coverage from it, so that's why I'm using this brush. For the concealer, I'm going to use this. This is the Tom Ford Traceless Matte Concealer. This is the shade Ecru 1W0, and I'm going to use this all over my face. I don't think I've ever done that with this concealer before, but I don't know. I just kind of want to try it. So I'm just going to draw this directly onto my skin. I really like this concealer, but I feel like I've kind of been neglecting it. I think I'm going to put it under my eyes too, but I'm going to do that with a different brush in a minute. All right, and I am going to blend with the 109 from BK Beauty. This is kind of what I've been using for stick foundations lately, so I think it should also work well for a stick concealer like this. And like I said, I've not used this concealer all over just by itself before, I don't think. So I don't know how this is gonna go, but I thought something that's a little bit more on the matte side would be nice because it'll hopefully kind of tone down the shine from that SPF. This is a great brush for really any cream. It's great for bronzer and blush also, but lately I've been using it for my stick foundations and it works really well for that as well because it's on the smaller side and it's more dense. So I find a dense brush like this is really helpful, especially when you're blending out creams. I find sometimes you need the bristles to be a little bit more stiff to actually spread and blend the product. If it's too flimsy or too fluffy, sometimes you can't really get it to blend into the skin. So I've been liking this brush for this step. Honestly, sometimes I like concealer more than I like foundations and skin tints. Sometimes, I don't know, there's just something about concealers that just work really well all over. I don't know why that is, but I find a lot of the time I really like concealer more. I'm just taking the 109 now and I'm kind of just spot concealing anywhere where I want a little bit more coverage. And then I'm gonna take a little bit under my eyes as well. So I'm just gonna probably just gonna use this same brush actually, the 35 from Refer. And I'm just gonna apply a little bit of this under my eyes as well. I'm not swiping this on because I have that color corrector on underneath, and if I swipe it, it will most likely disturb that. For bronzer, I'm going to use this one from Milani. This is pretty new to me. And I wanted to use this some more. The times I've used this though, I am very, very, very impressed with this from the drugstore for a cream bronzer. This is really, really nice. And I'm just using that same brush because honestly, it's also very good for this type of product. This is, I think this brush is back in stock. Now I know it was out of stock for a while, but I'm pretty sure it's back on BK Beauty. For blush, I'm going to use Persona in the shade Georgia because this just screams summer to me. And it's such a pretty shade. I'm going to use that same brush again because it really does just like work for everything. And just tap that on. Georgia, such a pretty color. Honestly, these two new shades they're so good. I love both. Now, let's use some powder. I'm gonna use the Natasha Denona powder foundation, and I'm basically gonna set my T-zone with this. And this one is shade N3. And I've used this here and there, and I can't really determine exactly how I feel about it. So that's why I wanted to put it in this month so I could use it over and over and over. So hopefully I'll kind of figure out how I feel. It's definitely not the most mattifying powder. I know it's a powder foundation, but I thought I read that it was supposed to be more of like a matte finish, and I think it's more like a natural finish side, just based on using it a few times, which is not a bad thing, but I think I thought it was going to be more matte when I bought it. But I do really like this shade that I have, which is N3. It's a really good undertone. It's not too light or too dark, especially for like setting the T-zone like I'm doing now. For brows, I'm going to use Maybelline Build-A-Brow. I have not used this very much, and I haven't used the gel side. So we're going to try this today. I have the shade medium brown, and I'm not going to talk as I do this because I have to concentrate. Moving into eyes, I'm using my Sigma eyeshadow base. This one is in the shade Ignite, and I'm just using this all over just to even out my eyelids. I love this product. Even if I don't put anything on my eyes, just applying a little bit of this all over just brightens up my eyes without really doing anything else, because it really helps with any discoloration that you have. I'm gonna go in with the Milani bronzer now, and I'm gonna apply this on or in my crease. It's a really, really good crease color actually. And for this, I'm using the MAC 217 brush. It's a great brush for any cream eyeshadows. Taking whatever is left on the brush and just putting that on my lower lash line. And now I'm gonna take the MAC single shadow that I talked about earlier in All That Glitters, which is just, nowadays it's such like a basic metallic eyeshadow. There's nothing like super special about it, but that's what I like about it. Feels like very old school YouTube, old school makeup. I don't know, I just really like it. So I'm just putting that all over my lid. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit of the Gucci bronzer. This is in shade number 1. And I'm gonna go over that Milani cream bronzer. Honestly, I don't really need to do this. I find when I use that Sigma eyeshadow base, my shadows tend to last really well. I don't really have to set them with a powder, but I figured I have this out, so I'll do it today. And this Gucci bronzer in the shade 01 is actually a really, really nice eyeshadow color. Now, I am gonna take the Sephora eyeliners. These are the 12-hour liners. I'm gonna use Tiramisu in the waterline. And actually these liners from Sephora last pretty well in the waterline. I don't know that they're as long lasting as my Victoria Beckham liners, but they're pretty long lasting. Now I'm taking the same liner, but I'm using the Fair Game color, which is just a little bit lighter and it's kind of a metallic shade, but I'm literally using this on this very outer corner, like not much at all. And then I'm gonna use a small little brush. This is the Refer 23. And I'm just gonna kind of wing it out, like just a little bit, not much at all. I just curled my lashes and now I'm using Merit Clean Lash Mascara. For lips, I'm going to use the e.l.f. lip liner in the shade Baddest Beige. These are great lip liners as well. They are not quite as long lasting as the new Maybelline ones, but they're still good. I'm going to use the blush in Georgia. And then on top of that, I'm going to use the City Lips in South Peach, which I think is going to be the perfect color. All right, that is this month's everyday makeup drawer. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I love this makeup look, actually. All these products went so well together. I especially love the blush. That Georgia blush is just, it is so pretty. If you like those kinds of colors, the really peachy shades, Georgia, in the powder or the cream, I will use the cream more, but so good. I love that product. And I did just add a little bit of this. I thought I was filming when I did it, but I guess I wasn't. I added just the tiniest bit of Dreamland right here on like this front part of my cheek, really, really high up. Not much, just like a tiny little bit. This is just a really nice neutral bronze, but I added just a little bit of that. But I hope you enjoyed the video. These always get me so excited for makeup. I'm always excited for makeup, but these videos, something about just getting out a collection of products and using them together and creating your makeup for the day is just, I don't know, it's just the most fun thing. Sitting in here every day, whether I'm filming or I'm not filming, is just one of my favorite things in life. Truly, I just enjoy it so much. So I hope this video was enjoyable for you, and I hope it inspires you to sit down, do your makeup, even if you just take 5 minutes, do something for yourself, spend the time on yourself. You're worth it. It is worth it. And I hope these videos remind you of that. If you are new, I hope you'll subscribe, and I will have all the products I used today linked below in the description box for you. I also try to link as many of my storage things for my makeup that I can. I always get questions about them when I film these videos, so as many things as I can link, I will link in the description box, and I will link the products in YouTube shopping for you as well. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and follow me over on Instagram at simply.blair and TikTok simply.blair1. And I will see you again very soon. Remember, simply be you.